Hello everyone, and welcome to Kevin's Fucking Corner. So much has been said about the controversial comments made by President Trump regarding NFL national anthem protesters. What can I add to this discussion? Besides pointing out how bitch-ass it is that NFL players who get 15-yard penalties for far worse language than son of a bitch are all of a sudden so triggered and sensitive, here's my take. Our president is a troll. He was a troll during Obama's entire presidency. He was a troll during the entire presidential campaign. And he's going to troll for at least the next 4 years as president. This most recent incident was just the latest in a long line. But here's the kicker. Most Americans actually agree with Trump. Every piece of independent polling since last Friday shows that a vast majority of people are sick of NFL millionaires telling them that they are racist and they are perpetuating a racist government system that keeps people down. You know the system. Capitalism. That system that allows people from the lowest socioeconomic tiers of society to become millionaires because they run fast. Yeah, that horrible system. Don't get me wrong. I know that a lot of terrible things happen to a lot of people. But to paint America as this dystopian, racist wasteland, when even poor people have iPhone 7s, is a level of blatant dishonesty that people are sick of. The disconnect between what NFL millionaires are telling us the world is and what we actually experience every day is already alienating massive amounts of football fans, the majority of which are conservative. And that brings us to today's word of the day, boys and girls, and that word is troll holes. You see, troll holes are the ones who fall into trolls' traps, taking the bait and running to the furthest extreme with it. They're the pussies that trolls love to fuck raw dog. That is what the NFL players are. They are President Trump's troll holes. Because while NFL players spent the weekend saying, "We'll show him," they were really showing us that they're a bunch of hypocritical, triggered, pussy willow troll holes who have no problem dividing our country if it means that they can build their brand on top of whatever mess they leave behind. Who cares that alienated fans equals less fans watching and attending games, equals decreased revenue for owners, equals lower salary caps, equals less money for players in the next collective bargaining agreement? At least the kids know you twoke. Now, moving on to our next piece of business, I want to get into something weekly that we're going to do called Top 3, Next 3, Last 3. See if you can follow with me. They're basically our version of the Corman Power Rankings. Our top 3. Number 1, I just Kareemed my pants. Hunt and Gurley go off for another 50-plus combined points. Mike is averaging over 125 points per game, and he's actually doubled up another team in scoring 3 weeks into the season. Woof. And number 2, Fournettecation. Joe's the only other undefeated team in the Corman. He won his first 2 games by an average of 21.5 points and then took down defending champ Dolomite Pimp Squad in a close 3-point decision. At number 3, we have Brown Bagging It. Brown Bagging It is ranked first out of our 2-1 teams. Bailey's only loss is to defending champ Dolomite Pimp Squad, and in a tight race, that counts for something. Now we get into our next 3. At number 4, Dezed and Confused. It's really difficult to split hairs between these next 3 teams, but in the end, I feel that Dezed and Confused has a lineup that is built for the long haul. Great wide receiver depth with Pryor, Jackson, Crabtree, and newly acquired Julio Jones. A quarterback in Cousins who has tons of weapons, and a well-rested Doug Martin coming off of a 4-game suspension. At number 5, Team Normie. Team Normie won their first 2 games before laying an egg against Brown Bagging It, but consider this. Team Normie has the best loss on the board so far this year against the 3rd-ranked team. At number 6, Adrian Peterson. Delahanty is off to a great start considering Robert Kelly is out of commission, but Peterson's compromised lineup definitely keeps him in the number 6 spot here. But credit to him for getting a win with the starting backfield of Tariq Cohen and Andre Ellington. That is fucking magic. We're going to skip the next 5 1 and 2 teams because really, we want you guys to actually watch this. So we're going to skip to the next most interesting thing, which is who is the worst. So here's our bottom 3, our last 3. At number 12, Devonta Bang Your Mother. CJ may be 0-3, but he has more points scored than any other 1 and 2 team in the league. That's a matchup problem, not a you suck problem. You may be bad, CJ, but you ain't the worst. At number 13, Mr. Spiffy's STD. 81, 79, 59. Those are Kyle's plummeting scores through the first 3 weeks. While there are 7 teams in the Corman with 1 and 2 records, Kyle has reached that mark in horrific fashion. The only thing keeping him off the bottom is a win over defending champ Dolomite. Oh, and just so you know what Kyle does when he has the second lowest points in the league, he trades away Julio Jones. Nice one, Kyle. And finally, our last and least team after 3 weeks in the Corman. At number 14, Cater to My Needs. Chris got his first win against Bombo this week, who is on the bottom 3 bubble himself. Now, Chris losing by 77 points with a team score of just 42 points puts him securely in the basement. And through 3 weeks, Chris is the only team in the Corman under 200 total points, and he is not even really that close. Still 12 points away at 188. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our top 3, next 3, bottom 3. And make sure that you tune in later on this week for another riveting episode of Corman Fantasy Cast. Till then, Ave atque Vale.
Oh yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh, you gotta get swifty. Oh yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor. Time to get swifty in here. Gotta shit on the floor. I'm Mr. Bulldogs.